So today we're talking about atomic habits. This book teaches how tiny habits can lead to massive life changes. I read it so that you don't have to. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Brooke Butterworth. I'm the host of Mainstay Mindset Podcast, where we talk about life's purpose and how to live a purpose-driven, happy life. Our whole lives are made up of systems. And so this book basically brings you through the realization that your routine, whether you want to think about it this way or not, is still a system in which you operate every single day. Either you're doing it consciously or subconsciously, but every routine you have is leading toward an outcome, whether you're wanting it to or not. So, introduction, 1% better every single day. Most of us believe that to achieve big results, we have to take massive action. You'll see that either you're taking a step back, staying in place, or going a step farther every single day. But one thing that can help take the pressure off is thinking about it like you're just becoming 1% better every single day, instead of having the massive pressure of taking these huge steps every single day, which we all know can be exhausting. So that's one really cool thing I automatically liked about this book. It's such a pressure taken off of you to think about it as 1% better every day as a mantra you can have. A great quote, "A slight change in our daily habits can guide your life to a very different destination." James Clear. Now, I'm not a math person, but I'll put it up on the screen right now. Here's the math equation. If you become 1% better every day, it will compound to 37 times better in a year. Take that and compare it to 1% worse every day. If we become 1% worse every day, it will bring us close to 0 in a year. Instead of thinking about goals, you just think about what's the one thing that you can do today to make a massive difference, even if it's smaller than one step. It could be an incremental step. 1% is better than 0. Success is just the product of daily habits and not once-in-a-lifetime transformations. James Clear. What progress is really like. Habits often appear to make no difference until you cross a critical threshold and unlock a new level of performance. In the early and middle stages of any quest, there's often a valley of disappointment. You expect to make progress in a linear fashion, but progress is not linear in real life. Frustrating to see how ineffective changes can seem during the first days. But this is why it's so hard to build habits that last. If you want to make six-pack abs happen for you, it takes those little small changes every day with patience and perseverance and being smart with your habits with nutrition. As we know, abs are made in the kitchen. I have a whole video on this. You can see exponential results in the future by habits. Next, forget about goals. Focus on systems instead. Your habits and your routine are systems. If you completely ignore the goal and only focus on the system, would you get to the end result? Goals will change your life only momentarily. Once you achieve your goal, you may switch back to the same old routine. For example, most people lose weight for specific events and gain it back within a few months. Goals are good for setting a direction, but systems are best for making progress. I made a whole video about this too. A system of atomic habits. If you're unable to change your old habits, it's not because of systems you have in place. Atomic habits are small routines or behaviors that accumulate or produce incremental positive outcomes over time. Just as atoms are building blocks of molecules, atomic habits are building blocks of remarkable results. 3 layers of behavioral change. There is outcomes, processes, and identity. Outcomes are the results you get, like losing weight or reading a book. Processes are the actions you take, like a new workout routine or developing a daily reading habit. Identity is what you believe or how you view yourself and others. Focus on identity, the person you want to become. The focus should not be to learn an instrument, but to change your identity to become a musician. The focus should not be on running a marathon, but becoming a runner. The focus should not be getting six-pack abs. The focus should be becoming incrementally healthier in order for that body fat to go down. When you change your identity, it's only then that your behavior changes naturally. The habit loop. A habit is something that is requested enough times to become automatic. A habit is formed and reinforced by means of continuous feedback loop. For instance, the reward is satisfaction from checking social media. And that's tied to the cue of our minds going blank at work. Then checking Facebook may cue you to check Instagram, and so on, which then becomes a cue to watch YouTube. Before you know it, the original cue, going blank at work, resulted in 20 minutes of scrolling and wasted time. The more you repeat these habit loops, the stronger they become, and they become habits. James Clear mentioned 4 laws that can help you with these automatic habits. 1, make it obvious. 2, make it attractive. 3, make it easy. 4, make it satisfying. These 4 are what he calls laws of atomic habits. Law number 1, we're going to go into make it obvious. Most of our habits are so obvious we don't even realize them. It's like breathing, like waking up in the morning. You must first become aware before you change them. Now, how do we do this? We have a habit scoreboard. So you write down all your behaviors on the habit scoreboard, including everything from the moment you wake up and the moment you go to bed. And it may look something like this. Wake up, turn off your alarm, check your phone, go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, take a shower, go to the kitchen, have breakfast, watch the news, and so on. Categorize these habits in terms of positive or negative on your psyche, your physical state, anything. Positive, negative, or neutral is the terms and categories you want to put these habits in. At this stage, we're not trying to change anything. We are just observing what is driving our daily life. Most people fail to change their habits not for a lack of motivation, but a lack of clarity. You need to set a time and place. You need to set a time and a place to implement strategy. For the behaviors you want, set a time. Set your behavior using this phrase. I will behavior at time in this location. A bad example would be, I will read more this month. A good example would be, I will read for 15 minutes a day at 5 p.m. in the study room. Law number 2, make it attractive. Design your environment to make your desired habits effortless and your undesired habits harder. Our actions are driven by rewards. To build a habit, you need to make it attractive. Use temptation bundling or pairing a desired activity with one you enjoy. For example, you watch your favorite show while on the treadmill. This one's very effective and it's built on dopamine rather than trying to fight dopamine to make things happen. Law number 3, make it easy. If you want to practice the guitar daily, keep your guitar in the middle of the room rather than in a closet deep buried under clothes. And this way you'll be more likely to pick it up and play. By making your habits easy to start, you're going to feel more automatic in your habits and set yourself up for long-term success. Law number 4, make it satisfying. Immediate rewards encourage repeated behavior. Use habit tracking. Use habit tracking to visualize the process. You can make off days your workout days, celebrate small wins, and maintain the momentum. Avoid losing continuity, consistency. And to break bad habits, increase the friction with your bad habits. Make it difficult to engage in that habit or to indulge in it. For instance, store junk food out of reach. Unplugging your TV if you want to watch less TV. I don't even own one, but YouTube is definitely my vice. And I've applied these principles to my own life. And let me tell you, I've grown so much in just a year. It's been so much easier because it's reducing the friction with the hard things and increasing the friction with the easy go-to things that aren't optimal for my life. Goals set direction, but systems drive progress. Consider marathon runners. Both winners and losers want to win. They aim at winning, but the only one who does the best is one where the system prevails. Systems transform habits with long-lasting results. Atomic habits are tiny routines that lead to remarkable outcomes over time. Stay mainstay. I'll see you in the next one.